So you might find yourself asking, what is this video about? Is Simone sharing her latest wardrobe styles with us? And the answer to that is, unfortunately, no. I decided to make this video not to tell you about the latest and greatest outfit I decided to put on my body, but to make an issue aware of that has become very personal to me today, unfortunately. Today, sorry, I'm still a bit shaken up from it, as I was doing a photo scavenger hunt with the university I'm at right now. I was in a Tim Hortons in Canada, and I was taking a picture of my friend who was taking a picture with the Tim Hortons employee, because that was one of the things on our list. And as I was taking the picture, I had my camera up to my eye, and I had the other eye closed so I could see in the viewfinder, you know. And this guy I'd never met before, never had any contact with, came up behind me, put his hands right here, and hugged me and pressed his groin into my butt. It was very, very unpleasant experience, and he kept pushing on me and saying, like, oh, this guy right here is looking for a wife. Are you gonna be his wife? Are you gonna be his wife? What's your job? What's your job? And I'm like, I didn't even know what to do. I snapped the photo and I just ripped away from him, and everyone in the cafe was like, like, that's weird, and made these weird faces, but I just turned around and I just ran out the store, and I was like screaming. I was like, I didn't even know how he could think that that was okay. And the thing is, it's not. And what happened to me happens to a large amount of women, not only in America or Canada or anywhere, but around the world. And what I experienced today, fortunately, is called street harassment. And if you think that street harassment isn't a problem, well, it is. And according to streetharassment.org, I have some statistics to show you just how widespread this is. Out of the women they interviewed, 70% of the women reported being followed, and this is after the women told the perpetrators that they were not interested and, like, they needed to back away. This is why this is harassment. 60% reported that their perpetrators were blocking their paths and preventing them from moving. 50%, just like me, said that they had been the target of sexual touches or grabbing. 30% said that they were the target of public masturbation, and 20% reported assault from these sexual abusers. And here's the deal about street harassment, okay? Why would anyone, no matter what gender they are, harass someone on the street it's just beyond me. Like, what makes you think that you have the right to touch someone you don't even know's body? Like, what gives you that permission without their consent? Nothing. Nothing. And the fact that no one said anything in the cafe. They just gave me this look like, oh, you poor little angel. Well, that should be expected. I'm like, no, this is not okay. Like, people need to start standing up to these things. And I was too in shock to do anything. And other people need to realize that if they see a woman or any person of any gender getting abused like this, then they need to say something. Because if we don't start saying something and standing up to the people who are perpetrating the violence instead of looking at and giving incriminating glares to the victims, then it's never going to stop. It's just going to be a cycle of violence that everyone is going to have to deal with. And that's not okay. We need to realize that, hey, just because a woman is wearing some short shorts because she shaved her legs and she felt like wearing short shorts, okay, that does not entitle you to go up and put your groin right by her butt, especially if you're 60 years old. She did not consent for you to do that, random Tim Hortons guy. And I really just hate this cycle of victim blaming that we have in society, that we all look at people and we're like, oh, well, you wore those shorts, what did you think? If we don't take a look at ourselves and think, how fucked up is that, seriously, that we're blaming somebody for something bad happening to them that they clearly didn't want, then I really don't think that this cycle will ever go anywhere other than continuing. So today, I just want to ask you, people of the internet, no matter what your gender, take a look at yourself and think, how would I feel if someone I didn't know came up to me and put their arms around me, or followed me home without me wanting them to, obviously, or blocking my path, or publicly masturbating in front of me? How would you feel if you were the target of this harassment? Because let me tell you, it doesn't feel good. I'm not inviting people to come up to me and touch me and ask me to be someone's wife by wearing clothing. This is not my fault. I have nothing to do with this. This was entirely this guy's decision. So we need to look at ourselves and say, obviously, I wouldn't feel good in this situation, and then we need to step up and not do things like this. So that's all I'm asking of you, is to take that from this video. If you see someone, and no matter how revealing their clothing might be, or if they're intoxicated, or they're walking alone, no matter what their situation, no matter what their gender, they still don't deserve to be harassed. No one at any point in time deserved to be harassed, especially by a stranger. So that's all I really want to say, is if you think that that's okay, you're wrong, and you really need to check yourself. Street harassment, not okay. So please learn from my experiences and never do something as crazy as that, because if so, you should go to jail and rot in a cell for the rest of your life.